A crazy day for Manchester United and the Gyökeres transfer rumors, bro. And this is Fabrizio Romano actually talking, giving them massive updates. Apparently, we've been priced out, but yo, I somehow I expected this, man. Somehow I expected this, us getting priced out of a move because Gyökeres, these guys, they wanna fleece him for all the money he's worth. Sporting, they wanna fleece him. If they can sell him for 100 million, they will. So let's hear what Fabrizio Romano has to say, man.
The president of Sporting says in public that he's not accepting 65 million euros as fixed transfer fee for Gyökeres. He wants more. He's saying not that it's close, not 100, but more than 65. The player is not happy with that. Of course, we saw on social media the player removing him from his Instagram account the Sporting reference. So
Bro, how can you be happy with that though? Right? They're pricing you out. You had a gentleman's agreement and then they break it. But yo, let's continue and hear what Big Fabrizio has to say.
probably the player was expecting to be facilitated in his exit from the club this summer. At the moment, this is still not the case. The president said we still don't have an official bid. But let me repeat that the calls are still there.
So, yo, they don't really have an official bid. Nobody has made a bid for this guy, Gyökeres. Nobody.
So United have called last week, have called over the weekend, and have called again this week for Viktor Gyökeres.
So Man United, they keep calling. That's what we've been saying. Yo, Man United, they keep calling. They keep checking the situation.
Be informed about the player, to understand their conditions, to understand what's going on with Sporting, to understand if there is still a chance to make it happen financially after not making it into Champions League. So Man United have been in active talks for Viktor Gyökeres in terms of understanding the situation.
So even before we played that final, we were in for Gyökeres. So this Gyökeres is realistic, man. When Big Fabrizio Romano comes out to speak, it's really realistic. Gyökeres, but now we're in a tricky situation, man.
Not club to club talks. There is no bid from Man United as of this afternoon, that we will see later in the next days. But for sure, now this tense situation between Gyökeres and Sporting is an important point of the story to tell you in this moment. So we will see what happens with Gyökeres, but for sure an interesting point to watch. And remember that he remains also on Arsenal list in case the Šeško deal doesn't happen.
And that's an important thing as well. Apparently, Arsenal have met with his agent. So Arsenal, unlike us, Arsenal are gonna pay what it takes, bro. We've seen Liverpool actually break the transfer record, and I think Arsenal, they will pay more than us, right? Sporting Lisbon, they're out overpricing him right now. They're pricing us out of a move. And with Sir Jim Ratcliffe, do I see Sir Jim paying over the odds for Gyökeres? That's another situation, bro. This is not a player that it's only us chasing. Arsenal are chasing him as well. So, yo, Manchester United, we gotta get active right now because this Gyökeres situation, you gotta get him over the line, man. But overall, let's see how this develops. Let's see how this develops. Will we still be able to get Gyökeres even after getting priced out like this? They've raised the price tag for him. Are Man United gonna pay that price tag? That's the only question, bro. That is the only question. I don't think personal terms will be an issue. It's just an issue between club to club negotiations. So that's why I said yesterday, yo, if Gyökeres doesn't work, I think plan B is Osimhen. That's why we were hearing those Osimhen transfers. Osimhen might be plan B. Let's just see what genuinely happens with Manchester United, man.